Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday, everybody. Let me just set up. I apologize if there was not a preview. Looks like I may have set it for private and not public by accident. So I apologize. There was no preview. So I was wondering what was going on. I didn't see it, but I am Mike, and thank you for joining me tonight. And if you are watching on the replay, I thank you for stopping by on the replay. It looks like we have a couple people joining us live so far. Twirl V, you sound like you've been around for a little bit. Since 2017. Well, hopefully you stick around. Yeah, if you're live or if you're joining live, say hey, say where you're from, or say what's going on. I'd love to meet you. Yeah, so this is, if you're new, I'm Mike, obviously, and every Monday night I do a live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in Florida. If you are somewhere, let me know. I'd love to know where you are coming in from, watching. And I also love to know what you're working on. If there's something that you're looking to learn or looking for help on. My channel is basically all for content creators or people who are trying to start an online business. Whether you're teaching online or whether you're creating videos, podcasting, just trying to build a brand online. That's what I am doing, and I make tutorials for other content creators. As I learn things, I make videos and write articles and podcasts about how to make stuff online and how to create an online business. So I'd love to learn from you what you are working on or what you need help with. And if you have questions, I'm always open to questions. This Monday night really is set up to take as many questions as possible. I also like to, do some type of tutorial on this Monday night. But if it turns into a Q&A or if there's stuff that you need help with, I am all for that. So throw the questions in the chat or just say hey, and I'll answer those as they come in. And yeah, so every Monday, 9 p.m., I try to do this. And if during the week, if there's things that you want me to cover or things you have questions on, throw them in the community tab, and I will either make the whole Monday night for that purpose. For example, if a lot of people are stuck on a certain thing in ScreenFlow, After Effects, or Adobe Audition, and there's requests to cover one of those, I will absolutely love to take requests. So let me just pull a few things up here and make sure that we're rolling. Tonight might be a little bit of an abbreviated night. I usually go about an hour and a half. I might cut it a little bit short tonight, but if people are joining and questioning, then I'll stay as long as people need. But yeah, so tonight, first I will, I kind of like to just show, if you come every week or if you watch every week, I apologize for the repetition. But I do think this is helpful to a lot of people. Let me just pull this up. Excuse me while I try to find it. I don't know why I'm having trouble finding it. Give me a second. And yeah, I don't know why it is not coming up. Pretty odd, but let me see that. So, yeah, I usually like to start off these live streams by just letting people know that if you are curious to the tools that I use to make content to run my business, if you go to my website, which is at mikemurphy.co, that's my main website. And if you go to, I'll just back out a little bit. This is my main page, mikemurphy.co. And if you go over here in the right side here in the menu, I have a resources page, which I try to keep updated. And at the top and the bottom, there's this little link here to my Amazon store, which is an influencer store. And the Amazon store just makes it easy for you to, obviously it's affiliate link, but more than that, I just love when I go to a creator that I know to see what they're using. So I have all the stuff that I use. And you can, if anything, you don't have to use my affiliate links, but if you just want to check it out, I have store built for all my products. And the same on my resources page here. So mikemurphy.co/resources, or just click on resources if you come to my main tab. And all of the tools and services and products that I use to, for my web hosting, podcast hosting, the tools that I use to make tutorials and online education stuff, my writing and productivity tools that I use, things that I write with, security, password manager, all that stuff here is here. I recently updated this year, so it was way overdue. I had a bunch of old products and stuff that I'm using, so these are a lot of the tools that I use for podcasting and audio and photo, video, lighting. And I try to include accessories and things that I think are kind of, helpful to others. Tech and accessories. These are the things on my desk in my studio. Cables, also helpful. Just to see what, what tools that I use to plug everything in. Here's a little look at my desk, which is, looks like I got a bunch of stuff on this mat for some reason. I don't know what that is, but yeah, so I have a bunch of, peripherals plugged in. So the, let me just go back here. Yeah, so the tools that I use to, let me plug that back in, but I don't know why I lost that, but yeah, so the things that I use on cables that I use to plug everything in. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because for some reason I'm losing my screen share, but oh well. So yeah, so that's the cables that for all my audio gear, for my photography and video. Sorry, I lost totally, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to cut it short tonight. My brain is a little scrambled. But yeah, and then I just updated this weekend. I've been wanting to do this. Not all the books that I've read, but a lot of the books that I have read and liked and kind of felt impactful to me. I am building this up. And I don't have pictures of everything just because I don't like things to be overwhelming. But I do plan on keeping this list. This is the longest list on here, the 39. I'll probably make it 40 because I do stuff like that. But yeah, so these are a list of books that I, they're kind of meaningful to me. I think you can get a lot about somebody by the books they read or books they like. And I know I do. I love when there's a creator or somebody that I follow online or that I like. I love seeing what books they read. I think it's helpful to know that for, you get new inspiration for stuff that you're doing, creating. Yeah, so all the books you can find. You can also find those when you go to the Amazon store. I have a books page, and the books page has links to everything, as well as, I do a lot of things on Audible. I listen to a lot, but they take you to everything. So any of these, if you click on them, will take you to that page. Oops. Click on the Amazon link, and that will take you to the store, or to Amazon, where you can buy them in all different formats. You know how to do Amazon. Okay, so tonight I thought that I would do something a little cool, or just basically an introduction. It's a brand new thing. I thought that it would be, it doesn't seem to be catching me, but I thought that I would just give you a quick introduction to Adobe Character Animator. And for whatever reason, it is really out of whack. Let me see if that is... I may have changed the camera. Let me see if I did. Y'all, I think I did. Ooh. How about that? Okay, so we are in Adobe Character Animator right now. So that is me right here. Hello, hello, hello. And I am live streaming this on using Ecamm Live. So yeah, I have a... when I move my head, let me do this so you can make it a little bit. Let's see if that works. Give me a second. I'll see if it pops up. It may or may not. We'll see. Give me just a second. See. It does not appear to be, but that's okay. So yeah, this is me speaking live on streaming through Adobe Character Animator, which is a super fun and cool program. I can totally do, live animation, move me around. That's kind of fun. And then I can record, I could do full animations with this, where I could change the backgrounds. I can change, do all sorts of different things. I can, the main thing is you can create characters, custom characters, and then you can, basically just take the characters and put them in new scenes. You can record little bits of pieces, and you can bring them into other programs. You can bring them into, like I'm doing right now, doing a live stream. If I wanted to put, my screen behind me, I could absolutely do that. And then I go to a bar if I want to do that, go to a coffee bar. But yeah, so Adobe Animator, if you're not familiar with it, is an incredibly cool, powerful program to make live animations, where you can really, this character here is basically just artwork that is created into a character. And they have a bunch of built-in characters, which I'm going to show you tonight. That was kind of the purpose of tonight, was really to just give you not really a full instruction, but just a very brief introduction, so you can start to explore it and have some fun with it, because it is an incredibly powerful program. I have really big, I have really big plans for using Adobe Character Animator in my tutorials. And it looks like I have a awesome. It looks like I'm getting spammed. So I'm going to get rid of them, because I don't need that in the live stream. And yeah, so Adobe Character Animator is, for me personally, I plan to use it to make videos and tutorials and classes where I'm actually teaching as my character. The character is not perfect. I hope to one day perfect this. This is kind of a beta version of a character. It looks more like me from the waist down. But yeah, it's something that I really want to get better at animation, and I think there's kind of a lot to it in terms of, I think it's going to be just an interesting way to teach. I can move the character around. I can bring in, backdrops of do just like I would in a live stream, but do it with a character. And it's something that I plan to do. And so I wanted to show you tonight just a little brief introduction of the program if you're not familiar with it. And we'll take it from there. So let's jump into it. If you're ready, I'm going to just find the best way to start. Let me do, I think that I'll do, I think this is probably the best way. So this is Adobe Character Animator, and if you look in the top right, so this is me down here, so don't get distracted by this, but this person up here in the top right, which I'm covering right now, that is basically what you, let me just get this a little bit down so I'm not distracting, but if you look in the top right corner up here, that is me right now. So I am, when I move my head, the character moves its head. If I click on my arm here, I can drag these around. I can do, I can basically create different things. You see here, this is a cool little, hello. Whoa, happy Monday. Nope, that's not what I was trying to do. Let me delete that. Whoop. Keep the character, but I want to get rid of the audio. So if I was to, let me just move this in. So yeah, if I was to move in, let's say like I moved my hand here, you can do these little triggers. If you look at it might not let me do it because I'm demonstrating it, so it's showing my cursor. But as you see here, you can do these little triggers where, I can flip my hands over. I can do little points, little subtle things where you can really make a full, believable type of character animation. And it's really it's a little complicated when you first get started, but when you realize the power that you have, being able to, it's following my lips right now. So everything I do, you see here in the top right corner, it's following me live, and I can record all these actions. And I can record it and build up on, a scene. So like I could record these in just little bits and, change my background. Maybe I want to teach a tutorial on ScreenFlow. Well, I can do it as my character, and I can just build in just like I would any other video, only using my voice, using the character, and, being able to animate things. Like maybe I want to point to, something on the screen, and I can move myself around. It's really, sky is the limit with these. There's really ways to get super, really animated to where these characters, people are using Character Animator and real TV type, bigger productions. Right now, I'm really just doing it from the very, very basic stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to show you a little bit about it. But this is basically when you first sign into Character Animator, this is kind of what you see. And if you are brand new, they have what's called the starter mode. So let me just try to zoom in here a little bit so you can, I want to make sure that you can see everything that needs to be. But if you see here at the very top, when you first sign in, you see these, you'll see this right here. It says starter. This one is your tutorial, and I definitely recommend doing the tutorials. And I really recommend going to, if you do a YouTube search for Character Animator, the OK Samurai YouTube channel, Dave is the guy that kind of does, he's sort of head of the Character Animator team, and he has excellent tutorials on Animator, like super helpful. You really need to watch tutorials in order to get started. And I'm still very new to it. I mean, I've been using it for a while, but it's still, I always have to go back and watch the tutorials. But more or less, there's these starter mode. Let me get out of here. Let me just make sure that I'm not getting any notifications up here. So yeah, so there's the starter modes, the online tutorials. If you look in the top right corner right here, so if I come up here, you'll see here there's this pro mode, in the pro mode is basically when you start to learn the program more. That's what you're going to go to. But if I click on this, I can use the starter mode. And if I click on starter mode, that is going to take you to basically, let me zoom out a little bit. So this is basically going to just give you all of these characters. Every character that you see in Adobe Character Animator, they keep making more and more and more characters. They're all yours to use in any way you want. Personal projects, commercial projects, you can use these characters. And if you click on this little button right here, that is going to take you, well, it looks like it's taking you to the tutorial page, but there is a, if we go back to, let me just go back to Character Animator here. If we go back to Character, if I go into the Pro mode, and if I click on See More, now you're going to see here, you have all these, why is it not showing me all the, oh, there it is. So it's going to show me all these characters that I can, you can, if you have an Adobe Creative Cloud membership, download all these characters for free. And there's all sorts of different styles, and some of them are super cool. Some of them are really basic, but for the most part, and what's really important about these free characters is that they're all built purposely for Adobe Character Animator. So they're all structured. The whole key to Adobe Character Animator is making sure that you get the build of the character right. And so when you start with one of these templates, basically they do all the hard work for you, and then when you get into the character, you can more or less make them any way you want. So if you see one that looks like, let's see, Chloe right here. I created my first character using Chloe, and even though Chloe's a girl, you're able to fully customize it and make it into a guy very easily. What you do is you basically take any character you want, and if you look right here where my cursor is, let me zoom in a little bit. Move me over here. So if you look down here, it's not allowing me to move over, but sorry about that. I thought we could get, I'll try to move as far as I can, but that's as far as I can go. But you can see right here, it says Photoshop. So I have the character selected up top. I'm trying to do a little bit of both, so apologize for. So I have the character selected, and then if you look down below, whoop, I think I just clicked it. So when I select the character, Chloe, now I can go into Photoshop, and Photoshop is going to open. Give it a second. And now, let's see here. I'm going to zoom me out so you can see it. Okay. So now we are in Photoshop, and I can make this character, and it'll come, you can find different, like, hair, you can find different, all the characters are sort of built to be almost like unisex, and you can, for example, this one may even come with, it may come with different hair. See, when you go bald, you might, again, this is not really a tutorial on how to do it, but as you go bald, you could start to turn this into something. But basically, in Photoshop, you can customize these 100% to where you just can make these characters. You can start from scratch. You can build your own in either Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. And the main thing that you need to do in Adobe Character Animator, again, this is not to get, you're not going to learn much tonight about Adobe Character Animator in terms of the specifics. But if you look over here in the Layers panel, I lost Chloe. Over here, the layers, the way you name the layers is the way Adobe Character Animator basically animates things. So you have to do, a head and a body. Those are like the two main things. And then as you build out your character, there are certain things that it's really important that you get the name correct, because Character Animator is looking for those names, like eyes and eyebrows and hair. Hair is not one, but yeah, so what you do is you make the changes. So if I was to come in here, let's just say, so if you're familiar with Photoshop, you can basically, let me just, sorry, I want you to be able to see. So let me come down to, yeah, so let's just say that the hair is killing me. Let's bring Chloe's hair back. Where's Chloe's hair? Okay, let's get Chloe's hair back. But you see I just changed the color of Chloe's shirt. Okay, it was purple, now I turned it gray. I'm going to save this in Photoshop by just hitting Command S, okay? Now when I go back into Adobe Character Animator, it's updating, preparing the scene. In just a second, the character, you see it just changed to gray. So it is basically whatever changes you make to the character in whatever character it was built in, either Photoshop or Illustrator, you just can keep swapping out the layers. You can create your own artwork. You can do everything customized. As long as it's named correctly, you can fully customize these characters. And again, the pre-built ones work much better, especially if you're new, like if you're not that familiar, because it gets complicated. I didn't know any of this stuff like years ago when I first came out. But like the mouth shapes, the eyes, those are all very specific to animation. If you're an animator, you know this stuff. But all of these things are very specific. So they make it very easy to copy and paste things like from the templates that they provide. So if the mouth, for example, is really hard, if you're going to draw those from scratch, there's a lot of different, you have to open, if I go, you see if I make an O sound, the lips go O, right? All those different shapes of the mouth, you have to build, you have to draw them. So if you're not sure how to do that, it can be tricky. So they have tons of different mouths and stuff that you can just put on your own characters and make it easy for yourself. But yeah, so the gist is, or the main thing is that you can use, they have so many different characters that you can use. They're all like so customizable. Even if it doesn't look like you right away, you can kind of make it into your own little character. And it's just a great way to start. So if you go to the home, if I go to the home page, this is what you see when you first get in. You can just literally, use any of these built-in characters right away. You can also go to this thing called the Puppet Maker. So if you've made your own avatar, like on, Facebook. So here we go. So I've got this little quick thing right here in the top left. You have all these different characters, and if I'm not touching them, I'm just hovering over each one. You can see here all the different options you can make from this base. It's endless. Really is endless. And then basically you can just create different, maybe you don't want hair. You can go down and just make a character in about 5 minutes, if that. Put on a cap, put on, maybe you want a halo. All these things are done. This is the easy version right here. This is a new feature of Character Animator to make a very quick, puppet. If you just want to get going, if you're like, I just want to make a character that I want to animate immediately, you can do so really in a matter of minutes. This is taking no time at all, but all the features are, all these things are, quite easy to do. You can change the shirt. You can change the background. You can do things. And when you're ready, you just click on generate. And in a matter of seconds, I have this character who is responding to me. So as I'm talking in my camera on my microphone, the character is following me. So as I blink, it's blinking. As I'm talking, moving my head, the character is responding. And again, I can fully record this as a scene. I can change the backgrounds. I can change the looks. You look at my eye face, so now I'm got a different look. Got my eyes closed. I can move my hands. My hands are moving. You don't see it, but I can move. I don't want my eyes closed, so I'm going to open them back up. I don't know why it's not opening. Come on. So yeah, so that's the very quick and easy puppet maker. And again, in a matter of minutes, you can literally, let me see if I can separate that. Yeah, so that's again, I want to get something going. And again, I can go into, I'm live streaming this right now. So this character, I could just say, hey, this is me. I am live streaming this entire night as this character. And I can do, I can make it do different things. I can wave. I can do different reactions. All behind the scenes, you can't see the things that I'm able to do. But I can totally do it as a live stream, or, as a, I can control this puppet the whole time, and I can bring in things like I could, in Ecamm or OBS or any other program that you're streaming, and pretty cool. And then let me just bring it back to, give me a second here. So if I bring it back to the home page here, go back to the home page, and if I go into starter mode's very similar to what we just did. And starter mode is basically you just pick any character. What's a fun character that I might want to do? I like this guy, I always use that one. Let me do something I haven't done. This one's kind of cool. Fish. So now I am a fish. And this fish, I can pretty much I can change the fish. Ooh, the fish is in its element. I don't see any water. I could probably put some blue background. So this is the fish. I can totally, again, it's just mimicking whatever I'm doing. So as I move my head, it's speaking. And you see right here, record face. You can also, a very cool thing of Adobe Character Animator is you could record an entire, let me move out of here so you can see the, you could record a, I guess that went away. Yeah, you could record an entire lip sync. Like, let's say you just wanted to do a voiceover where you were doing your podcast, for example. You could do an entire episode. Doesn't matter how long. And you could do this little import recorded speech. Import it. It is going to transcribe it and match the lip syncing to your actual imported audio, which is incredible. And so you don't have to sit here and do a voiceover. You can import a recording. Adobe Character Animator is going to animate or analyze your voice and then just make the lip sync match the voice, so the lips are moving correctly to the audio that you pre-recorded, and then you have yourself a animation ready to go. So when you want to record, I could just click on this button. It might screw up because I'm already recording, but let's see what happens. So this is Adobe Character Animator. I am a fish swimming in the sea, and it's Monday, July 25th, 2022, and I hope everyone's having a great week. So that was not super exciting, but I now have a recording. So this is Adobe Character Animator. I am a fish swimming in the sea, and it's Monday, July 25th, 2022, and I hope everyone's having a great week. Yeah, that was, super easy. I can add little things to the timeline, so maybe I want, when I get here, this is Adobe Character Animator. It blows up, so I can do things after I record, which is incredibly cool. Maybe I want to add some hearts. I am a fish. I do a little spin. That's kind of fun. So all these things that I'm doing right now are just fully, I'm adding on the fact. Oh, poor fish is crying. Did you know fish can cry? It's Monday. They cry rivers. We'll go back this way. July 25th. Let's go double spin. July 25th, 2020. So now we have ourselves a new Adobe Character Animator. I am a fish swimming in the sea, and it's Monday, July 25th, 2022, and I hope everyone's having a great week. So, not super exciting, but or not super good, I would say. But you can see, just like that, we have ourselves a video that we made, a 14-second video that you can get super creative with. You can add assets onto it. You can totally build this out like you could a video. And when you're done, you can save this project. You can export it. I can export it as a movie, just like that, an MP4 file that I can upload to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the case may be. With a matter of seconds, you have this cool lip sync video that is lip syncing to your voice. And if you want to start over, just click the start, and now you do it again. Now it's back to ready to record, and 3, 2, 1. Hello YouTube, I am a fish swimming in the ocean in Naples, Florida, and hope you're having a great day. I don't know, that was terrible, but I did that on purpose because you could now say and hope all. So if I don't want that end, I could come down here and trim it just like I could any other video. And now we have ourselves. Oh YouTube, I am a fish swimming in the ocean in Naples, Florida. But I said that wrong because we are not in the ocean here. We have the Gulf of Mexico here. But yeah, so that's the gist of it. And we're in the starter mode, so it's a little bit more basic. But if you were in the pro mode, which is kind of what you do when you're getting a little bit more comfortable, but when you're in the pro mode and you bring in a character, such as which character? The robot's kind of cool. When you're in the pro mode, you can pretty much, this one has like walking stuff. You can do you can record more scenes, and you can do like layer things on and on each other, so you can get things just right. You don't have to get it right the first time. You can play it back. If you screw up, you can go back. You can even edit your audio digitally without even having to like record back. It's kind of unlimited, the options what you can do. This program is so incredibly powerful and cool. If you haven't yet explored it, and you have the Adobe Creative Cloud, I highly recommend you going into Adobe Character Animator and just start watching the tutorials. There are so many good tutorials. Like I said, the guy OK Samurai is his name. His name's Dave, but
Red leather, yellow leather. Me.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
hopefully that's not too loud.
Next. Hello, I'm Betty, and you are...
Red Monster.
I see here you study dance at the Royal Academy of Sick Moves.
Indeed. I also do all my own choreography.
Let's see it then.
Salsa. Neoclassical ballet. Pop and lock. Contemporary interpretive.
Okay, that was consistent, but I need more. Something different, with more feeling.
So
More feeling.
I won't make
You
you
got
watch
it.
the whole thing.
Help Red Monster dance with feeling. First, to calibrate your camera, you'll look him in the eye, relax your face, and click.
But this is basically a
Now that's
full-on
dancing. A
tutorial
truly legendary performance.
that you can, that totally will walk you through the basics of it. And there's also a ton of tutorials online that are, you can see here. This is the YouTube channel that I was talking about. And all these example puppets are available. There are other third-party companies that make characters for this tool. There are different, they all have kind of their own, I would say, their own characteristics. Some are better if you really need something to like walk, or if you need somebody to, do action type stuff. You're going to find different characters for different, use cases. But they are all, I particularly like Lyndon and Robot, plays guitar. But you can fully just they come in that CRT. I just screwed up. CHPROJ, and now I have a Lyndon and the Robot that is ready to be basically controlled by me. And so, you see here, I have this timeline down below. I'm in front of it. But this timeline right here is just like any, video editor that you're used to working on. And all these scenes you just can, stack on top of each other and just record little mini vignettes of, this character even, this character can play guitar. It's kind of crazy. If you look at his arms, I think these have, let's see here, 5, 6, I don't know what, I think he has strumming. You can see when he's jamming, he's going to close his eyes, press the 5 key. I don't know what the playing method is. I haven't played with this one in a while, but if you look at his fingers, I'm controlling his fingers. So I can make different chords. So if you imagine if you were singing and playing with this, you could have a pretty, you can do stuff like this while you're recording. Even though you can see my cursor, that cursor is not going to be recorded. So I could be playing, and while I'm playing, I could be, watch his hands, I could be moving his hands, where you could really have kind of a cool, let me calibrate him a little bit so you can calibrate to make sure he's looking. And then you could, play a little song. You can control the robot. The robot has its own little thing going on, so you can definitely, kind of do this scene where you are the main, puppet master, and you are just basically controlling these two characters. Or you can bring in multiple characters if you wanted to bring in, the character that we made. I think I already got rid of them. But if you brought in the other characters, you can. Let me see if I brought in this one. Yeah, I got rid of the other ones. But yeah, you could layer different characters and make the most of it. So that was your introduction to Adobe Character Animator. I highly recommend it. I will warn you, you can spend hours and hours and hours just playing with this. I find it super fascinating. And be on the lookout, because I plan on doing not that. Where is my, let me pull up my guy. I think yeah, so this is a character that I am working on, and I can move my legs in funny ways. That's not really ideal. You don't want that, but it's kind of fun. Yeah, so Adobe Character Animator. I'm going to cut it short tonight. Yeah, looks like... sorry, I missed a couple. Wait, what? Sorry, I missed you. No way. Thank you so much. I totally missed the comments. Thank you for coming by. If you have to leave, I understand. But yeah, Adobe Character Animator is included in the Adobe Creative Cloud. So if you are a subscriber to Photoshop and After Effects and all the fun stuff, Adobe Character Animator, it looks like a C. CH is the let me see here if I can bring it up. But yeah, CH is the icon that you will see, and it's included in the Adobe Creative Cloud, so it's free with your subscription. And they have a beta version, which often has like extra releases, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Sam, I can't believe. Thank you so much. That's unbelievable. So unnecessary and so appreciated, though, at the same time. Wow. Much appreciated. And then, yeah, so go explore it. Go have some fun with it. Try to think of, the way that my brain works is you don't have to know how to do it all at first. You just have to come up with an idea of like how you might want to incorporate that into your own, just maybe you want to bring a character in for an Instagram story or something that's just kind of different and cool. You can fully do, you could do that in a matter of minutes after watching a few tutorials. And it's got so much power. So if you are trying in the creative world, which I think most people who watch my channel are, I highly recommend you just start to give it some thought as to how you might be able to introduce some different things, where it's very personal. It's going to be your voice, your character, your spin on things, and you can just have some fun with it. So, yeah, thank you so much. I can't believe it, for the support and for everybody who stops by and just leaves me amazing comments all the time. It means the world to me. And if there's anything I can do for you, anything that you're stuck with, that you need help with, I am always available. Just leave a comment on any video. I answer every single comment unless I miss them, unless YouTube doesn't show them to me. But if I see the comment, I answer every one of them. Even not all the trolls, not the mean ones. But I will answer criticism. Like if somebody provides good feedback that's negative, I'll answer those, but I don't play with the trolls. But I do answer every single comment. Again, some seem to sneak by where YouTube doesn't show me, but if I do see them, I will answer them, and I will always try to help you if I can. So I thank you, everybody, for who came live. And if you are watching on the replay, hopefully you, if you're not familiar with Adobe Character Animator, that you got some ideas on how you might be able to use something like this, whether you're doing it for live streaming or whether you're doing it for just for fun. If you need someone to kind of do a little dance or just introduce some different things into your videos, Adobe Character Animator, sky is the limit. So thank you, everybody. I'll see you next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday night. But all throughout the week, you can always leave comments. Hit me up if you're something I can help you with. And let's see if I got any tunes here to go. Have no idea what it is. I'm just going to press the button. That's kind of boring. Wow. I have Epidemic Sound on my iPhone. I'm just pressing random buttons. Or I don't know what the songs are.
Access granted.
Oh, I like the sound of this. Good night, everybody.